First problem we completed. Now in this video I'm going to explain about the example 2. So example 1, 2, 3 are very important problems. Now I'm going to explain about example 2. Here a transparent sphere of radius r and the refractive index n is kept in air. At what distance from the surface of the sphere should a point object be placed on the principal axis so as to form a real image at the same distance from the surface of the sphere? First, when a problem is given, you have to read 2-3 times and understand what are given and what we have to find out. Now, one by one, I will read and I will explain. Here, a transparent sphere of radius. First, you take a sphere. This is a sphere. This sphere is a transparent. It is made up of a transparent material. And for this material or this sphere, it has a radius. It has a radius. So, this will take it as r. Radius is represented. Here it is given the radius r. And the sphere is having the radius r and the refractive index. So refractive light travels, when light falls and travels into this transparent material, then the speed of light when you compare with the vacuum, that we'll call it as refractive index. So the refractive index of this transparent sphere value is given as how much it is given? N is given. So this is the refractive index of this is transparent sphere, will write simply is N. Now this transparent sphere is kept in the air. Now understand this first sentence, a transparent material which is having the radius r and the refractive index of this sphere is N, which is kept in air. Now at what distance from the surface of the sphere should a point object be placed on the principal axis? First we have to draw the principal axis. So first we'll draw the principal axis. So this is the principal axis. Now, so on this principal, for this sphere, on this principal axis, okay, at what distance from the surface of the sphere, from this surface of this sphere, at what distance when you place a point object, when you place a point either here or where, when you place a point object, should a point object be placed on the principal axis so as to form a real image, at the same distance from the surface of the sphere. Now the question is, when you place a point size object on this principal axis, for example, if you place a point size object here, then the light ray travels from the air to the sphere and we will get the image finally another side. So that image of this point object, at what distance when you place this point object, at the same distance only you must get it. You must get it. So like that you place this point size object. Once again I am repeating. When you place a point size object at one side of this sphere, you will get this image of this point size object on the same side. At what distance you place, at the same distance only you should get it. Like that you place this object. So at what place you must place it, this, that you must find out. So for this we will draw the diagram. For example, we'll assume that this is the point object, size object. From this point size object, so if you measure the distance from this curved surface, this is the optic center. So from here to here, this is the point, this distance is known as object distance, and I will take it as x. See, I'll take it as x. This distance I'll take it as x. So from this point object, the light ray travels and falls on this sphere. Sphere is having a curved surface. So due to that, what happens? At the same distance you must get here and on that side also. So for this also we'll draw the same figure like this. Okay. Now in air medium we have the light diagrams like this. But in the sphere, how does the light travels? That we must know. So here to find out, it travels parallel to the principal axis. To find out that, I will explain through. Suppose if you draw a normal from the center, air to the denser medium. This is the air medium and this is the denser medium. When light ray travels from the air to the denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So it bends towards, this is the normal. So it bends towards the normal and it travels like this. Understand, children? And if you find at this curved surface, again you draw the normal here. Just to know clearly, I am explaining this. Actually in the textbook, this explanation part is not given. So once again, after this, from denser to the rarer, when the light ray travels from the denser to the rarer, its speed increases. So when its speed increases, it travels away from the normal. So this is the normal and it travels away from the normal. So like this, you must complete the light rays. So in the sphere, in the transparent sphere, the light ray travels parallel to the principal axis. This part is very, very important. To find out why does the light ray travels parallel to the principal axis, for that I gave this much explanation. Okay, clear? Now we'll start the problem. So here when you place a point object, that distance I'll take it as x. If it is x, you should get the image also at the same distance. So this also I'll take it as x. Okay. Now here the refraction, first I will find out the refraction at this first surface. I'll find out the refraction of light at this first surface. So refraction at curved surface. What is that formula? N2 by V minus N1 by U is equals to N2 minus N1 by R. This is the formula. By using this formula, we have to find out. Okay. What you have to find out? At what? Here just we assumed that. Here we assume at a distance of x, we place an object, point object. So we have to find out what is the value of this one, you have to find out. Okay. Now, here we'll find out the values. What is N1, what is N2, what is V, what is U, and R values we will find out. N2. Refractive index in air medium, its value is always 1 because when you place an object, so light travels from air to sphere. Now refractive index of the sphere, its value is given as n. So this value you have to take it as n. And next V. What is V? V also. What is the object distance? X. So object distance x means the image distance also you should get at the same distance only. Sorry, leave it. That we don't want this. We have to find out this part only. So here when the light travels, then the refraction of light here, it is parallel to the principal axis. After the refraction, the refracted rays are parallel. Then we will get the image at infinity. When the refracted rays are parallel, we'll get the image at infinity. Due to this reason, we'll take it as V value. Don't take this value. Here at this surface, so when the refraction takes place, these two rays are parallel. Due to this reason, the image will get at infinity. So V is equals to infinity. And R value is given, the radius R, and here refractive index value also is given now. That also it is given as R. Refractive index value, refractive index N, and it is kept in air. Okay, refractive index also, sorry, radius of curvature, here it is given, radius is R is given. And we have to find out whether these values V, U are positive or negative, we have to find out. So this is the optic center. The light rays are traveling like this, but you have to measure like this. So object distance, you have to take it as minus x, okay, then, and these are parallel. So light rays traveling along this direction, the object also, sorry, these rays also, image also will get that side only. So this is positive. So infinity you have to take it as positive, then we'll substitute in that. N2 means N by V. V means how much? Infinity, minus N1 means 1 by U means minus X is equals to N2, N minus 1 by R. Now, this N by infinity, or otherwise we'll take it as N into 1 by infinity, both are same. So 1 by infinity it becomes 0. So this value becomes 0. When its value becomes 0, then minus into minus you will get plus. So you will get 1 by X is equals to N minus 1 by R. So here when you want to find out at what distance, if you place an object, then you will get the image at the same distance. So you have to find out what is X value. So here I will find out the X value. X means reverse it. Then X is equals to R by N minus 1. If you know the radius of curvature of that sphere and the refractive index values, then you can find out the X value. So when you place an object, point size object, at a distance of R by N minus 1 at one side of the sphere, then you will get at the same distance, you will get the point size image at the another side of the sphere. Okay, children?